In 1821, Mexico won its independence from Spain and welcomed Americans into Texas by offering them cheap land to buy. However, the Americans refused to accept Mexican laws such as converting to Catholicism, not owning slaves, and no involvement in the government.
In 1834, the Mexican president Santa Anna began to view these Anglos, which were the colonists who moved into Mexican territory, as a threat and had Stephen F. Austin, one of the wealthiest Anglos, arrested.
So in 1835, the Texans were in rebellion against the Mexican government and demanded independence. During the Texas Revolution, the Anglos lost at the Alamo, but Texans captured Santa Anna and eventually won their independence in 1836.
From 1836 to 1845, Texas became an independent nation and Sam Houston became the president. In 1838, Houston proposed to the U.S. to annex Texas, which would make it become a state instead of just an independent nation. But the debate over slavery led to more sectional tensions between the North and the South. The U.S. government declined from doing so in fear of the annex, upsetting the balance of slave and free states.
Democrat James K. Polk won the 1844 election and became known for the Manifest Destiny. His goals were to make Texas a state and to gain more territory such as Oregon. Because Texas was admitted as a slave state, Polk wanted to add Oregon as a free state to balance it out. But Oregon was currently occupied by American colonists and British citizens.
President Polk, with the help from the American Oregon residents, demanded the British to give us all the land that Oregon possessed. Their slogan was 54-40 or fight, and they were ready to fight at all cost. The U.S. and Britain compromised the land dispute and divided Oregon along the 49th parallel. In 1846, Oregon became a free state of the United States.
The Mexican-American War was a sneaky way for the Americans to take the rest of the land in the West away from Mexico. The Mexican presence in the West prohibited the Americans from fulfilling the Manifest Destiny.
Constant disputes of land led to tensions with Mexico. Southern states wanted new lands in the Southwest so that they could extend their cash crops to new fertile lands. America desired the Mexican territory of California, but major land disputes in Texas brought us to war.
There was a limit to the Texan border, which Mexico claimed was the Nueces River, but we argued that the actual border was the Rio Grande, which in theory would be much more land, and this made Americans very happy.
Therefore, President Polk sent General Zachary Taylor across the Rio Grande River, which provoked the Mexicans into war. As a result, this led to the Mexican-American War starting in 1846. The U.S. won the war in 1848 by signing the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. The U.S. gained all of Texas to the Rio Grande River, and Mexico seceded the Mexican cession.
The U.S. later bought the Gadsden for $10 million and built the Southern Railroad.